desperation in there somewhere, under the slicked-back hair and polished facade. He needed to show how useful he was to his boss for her to save his wife. We're in the same boat. That was no comfort either. The next option was to look down at my own tablet instead, the blank document. "You have to write a killer book," I knew it said. The mere thought of my family opened a wound in my chest. I forced myself not to scream at Sedgwick to turn back to Stockholm. "I can't leave them." The dead landscape rolled past the windows, and it suddenly became very clear to me. If I went out to the base, to my waiting lifeboat, and simply did my job up until departure, I'd never be able to live with myself. And if I kept my promise to Ainu, giving the poor people of the world a voice through my book, it would be for the sake of her ghost. All the money would already have been spent once the book came out, and all the criminals would be out of reach. The truth would not save my family now. They might die with pride, but they would die nevertheless. No. I had to turn my ticket into 4 tickets. Somehow. I had no bargaining chips, no hundreds of millions of dollars to pay for extra places on board, not even the faintest idea about why I had been chosen specifically. But Sedgwick had his tactics. If he believed he could get a place on the ship for his wife by impressing Jessica Stein, then I too had to try. But how? By appealing to her sense of compassion? I wouldn't have any objection to tearing Stein Systems down brick by brick, lie by lie. I could write a whole series of books filled with all kinds of criticism and reproach that could be partially supported by the facts. But it was hard to believe Jessica Stein would look kindly on my family if I did that. I had 1 place on board. I needed 4, and I didn't know how to get them. So I stared at the landscape swishing past and saw the forest returning. Diseased trees, trunk after trunk after trunk. It was 11 p.m. as we approached a tall fence topped with barbed wire. By the fence was a low, bare concrete building with a light shining in the window. A substantial barrier had been lowered across the road. Our vehicle swung up to it, its headlights sweeping over a gravel car park full of cars. No, not cars. Limousines. It was rare to see a car standing still. Anyone who owned one knew that money was being wasted every second you let a car stand unused, and you could rent it out to the public vehicle fleet at a touch of a button. But here